Okay, Saturday morning, Buzz Radio, Universal Show, #1 morning show in the UK on a Saturday morning. Now, this artist, you know what, Pav, I've been following him for a while now, and I've said we need to get him on the show. So I'm kind of like amped this morning when I knew that you was coming down.
Sick.
No, I didn't want to get you on the phone. I want to get you in person.
Yeah, man.
It's only right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We've got the man himself in the building, Mr. Nick Brewer in the building.
Yo.
How you doing, sir?
Good, man. How are you?
Nice to have you here. Yeah, man. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's all good. So, I've been studying what you've been doing for a while now.
Okay, sick.
And I love the movement.
Thank you, man.
We have been playing your tracks. I like the fact that they're very soulful.
Yeah.
And they got that traditional, authentic hip hop sound.
Appreciate it.
Really love that. So what we like to do, Nick, this is the first time you've come to the Universal Show.
Yeah.
So I want you to just break it down for everybody, like, you know, give them a little insight.
Cool.
About you.
Yeah.
How you got into the game, when it all started. So
Yeah.
Tell us
Cool,
everything
man.
this morning.
Right. So yeah, as I said, my name's Nick Brewer. I'm a 26-year-old rapper. I live in Essex. I grew up in East London, but I moved to Essex when I was about 15. How did I get into music? I mean, I'd always loved music from a young age. My dad has been a big influence on me musically. He's always played the guitar. He used to buy me CDs and stuff if I was like well behaved and that. So he bought me a rap CD once when I was like 9. It was Puff Daddy, I'll Be Missing You.
Okay.
Yeah. And he liked it because it had like the Sting and the Police sample.
Yeah.
And I think that just opened something in me. From there, I just loved rapping. I just used to write lyrics from there. But when I kind of got to secondary school and that, I got more into DJing. I was quite quiet, so I didn't really want to put myself out there as a rapper and that. But I think like I started making music properly when I was in university. I studied history, and I just needed something to take my mind off all them essays I was doing. So I just started putting out mixtapes 2010, and just been on a journey ever since then, really. And here I am. So
okay, wow. So in all, what are you saying, about a good, was it 7 years, we reckon? 8?
Yeah,
about
something
that you've been on the grind.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's now that things are starting to manifest, come to light.
Yeah. It's definitely been like, it ain't happened overnight.
Would there be a period of time like when you was coming up, when you saying to yourself, you know, like, because like the scene's always changing in the UK, like as to what's popular for a time.
Yeah.
Did it ever deter you to think, you know what, let me go to another route as opposed to still making hip hop? Because you can definitely hear that you love hip hop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think until I was always just making music that I wanted to make. Like, I wasn't ever imagining it would be a career or anything like that. I loved it too, and that was the dream, obviously, but I wasn't thinking it was. So like, I just thought, let me just make music that I want to make. And that was literally all the thought I gave to it, in terms of like trying to be calculated or anything. There wasn't really any of that. So, I was always interested in terms of what was going on. And you know, in the last 7-8 years, just urban music in all different forms of capacities in England has just been an interesting thing to look at. But I didn't really let it affect what I was doing. I just
okay. So what were some of your, like, you know, childhood inspirations, albums that really, you know, like, what was the first album? Do you remember the first album that you ever purchased? Like,
I don't know if I want to
Come on, was it Spice Girls or something?
No, do you know what? It was...
It probably was. You got me.
Nah, do you know what?
Tell me what I really
Nah, do you know what? Yeah,
it's all right to like Spice Girls though, because they were fit. They were fit, man.
They were hard.
Well, they still are fit. Some of them are fit still.
Yeah, they're aging well. They're like, do you know what? The first album I actually got. See, I thought it was wrong all this time. I thought it was a Puff Daddy album, Eternity, which I thought was embarrassing enough. But my dad actually told me the first album I ever asked him to get me was an album by Cyndi Lauper.
That was Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, but apparently the reason I liked it was because, like, I liked how she looked on the cover.
Girls Want to Have Fun. It wasn't that far back, was it?
No, I think it was, because I was like 9. I don't even know what the album's called, but it's got a red cover and it's her face and she's wearing a hat. And I was like,
drooling over Cyndi Lauper.
I know. My dad was encouraging that. I was like 9, like, so he bought me the album. But yeah, like, so But in terms of like, actually, I think the first albums that musically kind of really spoke to me, I remember my mum she bought me the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
I don't know why she did that, boy, but I'm glad that she did. I don't think she knew what parental advisory meant.
Oh, wow.
I don't think she'd clocked. Dizzy Rascal, Boy in the Corner, and Nas, Illmatic, and Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. Like they're some of like the albums that really I can remember like listening to at a young age, and I say like, you know, my young kind of teens and that, just thinking, like this is
over the years as you've grown up and you've matured, like with your writing and your sound, has your musical taste changed as well? Do you feel like you're more open-minded to other genres?
I think so, but I think like to an extent I've been fortunate to have like family in a sense. So my dad, he's loved music, and he was always just encouraging me to listen to whether it's like George Benson or Eric Clapton or like Pink Floyd, or just like things that I would never have listened to, but I've really managed to appreciate. And my sister was similar. She's really musical, and when she's like 4 years older than me, so when I'm like 13, she's like 16, 17, she was listening to a lot of like kind of indie bands and stuff. And I probably wouldn't have told my mates at school, but I was able, like, I remember appreciating them and enjoying some of the music. So, and then as I've grown older, I think I've just learned, actually, like, I don't want to just listen to, like, I want to know what all, like, types of music are. And there's some that I still don't really like, but there's a lot of music I've found that, it's completely different to rap, but I still really connect with it. So.
Okay, so tell us, right, this morning, what are you bringing to the table? What's so different about Nick?
What's so different about me? I think like for me, and I'm sure a lot of people have been on this journey, but for me, I when I think of my life, I think I spent so long trying to work out and trying to be someone who I wasn't, and trying to like fit in and like do all these things just to kind of like impress the people around me, whether that was at school, whether that was at university, or like, you know, through loads of things in my life. And I think like for me, music helped me realise, no, I'm unique and I have something to bring, because even I used to find it hard like telling people I was a rapper, because I don't really look like a rapper.
But do you know what? That's one of the things I was going to bring up this morning.
Yeah.
Because you're more like the Robin Thicke kind of. What's that old from the Brat Pack? The what's his name? Frank.
Like Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, suave kind of vibe, and then man just spits venom. It doesn't really. It throws you off. It kind of throws you off.
Like, I'd had like, you know, telling people I was a rapper, I used to get embarrassed, because it's like, I think maybe it's just me overthinking, but sometimes I think there is connotations around rappers, and it's like if I tell someone I'm a rapper, like if I'm trying to like, I don't know, they might not take me seriously, or they might think, well, look at you, you don't look like a rapper, you're not gonna have anything I want to say. But part of my thing was like, no, like I've been made, this is what I feel I've been made to do, like so that's kind of the story I want to tell in my music. And I feel that story, even though loads of people have a similar thing, what I've experienced is unique to me, you know, and kind of being on that journey and just learning and seeing what I've seen. So I feel that's what I have to offer. Like, there's so many artists that make great music, and I hope I'm one of them.
No, man. You're definitely doing your thing, man. We like it, man.
Thank you.
We
and
like it.
I just want to, just tell my story. So I guess that's my story is unique to me. So I guess that's what makes me.
If you just logged on this morning, we're talking to Nick Brewer. I tell you, man, it's well overdue. Well overdue.
Yeah.
Now, with someone of your, caliber, pedigree, the last few weeks, Twitter and the internet has gone crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not into hip hop, you probably won't understand what I'm going to be talking about. But if you're an avid fan, there's been loads of things going on regarding Meek Mill and the Drake situation. Now, I wanted to talk to you about that because I know that you're a real lyricist.
Yeah.
So, to be honest with you, my take on it is a bit different because I'm a bit old school. So I'm not really phased about the whole thing. It is what it is. It makes it juicy. It's lively. Yeah, whatever. Was the comeback, this is any hard? It's like, whatever. It's
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to ask you this morning, though.
Yeah.
What's your views on ghostwriting? What's your views on being accepted as a real lyricist? Do you feel like you should be discredited if you're portraying that you are spitting the bars that were allegedly written for you. What's your views on that?
I think the thing about rap is, I think personally, like, you see how, like, there's a lot of singers that will have songs written for them that might never have picked up a pen to write a lyric in their life. But the talent of singing is like a big thing. I can't sing, you know, but if I could, and I might not be able to write lyrics, I feel that me singing a song is me showing my talent. I feel with rapping, it's different. Like, the talent is in the lyrics being written. So for me, the person that's talented is whoever's written the lyrics. And then obviously delivery, etc., is important, but the real talent is putting these words together. I'm a massive Drake fan, so when I like listened to the reference track, which was, you know, apparently written by someone else, I was quite disappointed, just because I genuinely believe that Drake writes the majority of his lyrics. I believed up until that point that he wrote all of them. So I kind of feel like you're so talented, like, why would you get someone else involved? Like, and I feel that he writes the majority of his lyrics because they're so personal. So unless he's completely just making up life and just lying, which would mean he's got like a pathological lying problem. Like, but I don't know. I just feel like I feel disappointed, because I feel like, is it laziness? Like, I don't know. Is he just so busy that he can't, like, think of new ideas? I don't know. But I do feel that, like, if you're a rapper, the lyrics that you rap should be yours. In terms of choruses, I think it's a bit different. I have a lot of people that sing choruses on my songs, and some of them I've wrote, some of them I haven't. I've never actually said a lyric like that I haven't written, but I think, like, choruses is a bit different. But I think in terms of, like, verses, you have to write them.
You have to write them.
You have to write them.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I saw an interview recently with the Slaughterhouse guys.
Yeah.
And Royce the 5'9", he said, under no certain terms, if you're a true MC or a rapper, whatever you want to call yourself, you have to write your own bars.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was, you know what I mean? It's true.
And that's coming from, like, one of the greatest lyricists
he is
in history. One of the greatest.
Yeah, and I just feel like, you know, I was reading some stuff where people were saying, but Drake's not just a rapper, he's an artist, which is true. Yeah. It is true, but the lyrics in question are rap lyrics. If Drake hasn't written and like co-writing, you know, that's all good, but the reference track I heard didn't sound like a co-write to me. That just sounded like a tune got sent over, he liked it, took it, changed a couple bars, like, and took his own and done his own thing. Like, co-writing is where you're sitting in the studio working on something together. So I think that's different. But yeah, I think you got to write your own lyrics, man.
What's the best scenario for Nick when he's writing? What's, you know, is it world affairs, current affairs, personal relationships?
I think I usually start from a point of, like, personal introspection,
right?
And that's where I go. And then I always think, I try to always think, but how is this? Because I can be quite self-indulgent, but, like, how is that going to connect with other people? So I usually try and write about things that are real to me, but I feel like other people might be able to relate to, and try and offer some sort of conclusion or just opinion, not just like, oh, I hate life, or whatever it might be, you know, or like, I've struggled with this, or I enjoy doing this, and trying to do it in a way that other people could hear that and be like, yeah, because my favourite rappers, I feel like I've got very little in common with them in some ways. Like, Nas is probably my favourite.
Okay.
And I think in terms of, like, when I just listen to his songs, like his early stuff, I think, like, we had very different upbringings by the sound of it. Like, but I can relate to so many things he's saying. Like, I can't relate to the projects in New York, like, because I didn't grow up there, and I can't necessarily relate to other things he talks about. But there's something about the place that it's coming from that I know. So yeah, I know that's kind of what I want to be able to do.
Cool vibe this morning, isn't it, Pav? I like his vibe. You liking his vibe? No. You got any questions for Nick this morning you want to ask him? Step up to the mic, Pav. Give him a question this morning.
Go on.
Talking about what we were talking about with the lyricism and everything like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first set of lyrics that you wrote?
So I can remember what they were about. I can't remember what they were exactly, but as embarrassing as it is to say, I was scared of the dark, and for whatever reason, I think I was like 8 or 9. I mean, that's probably too old to be scared of the dark, if we're being honest. But for whatever,
scared of it now.
But yeah, just wrote a song about being scared of the dark. But I think it was like trying to get over my fear by writing about it. So that was the first lyrics I wrote.
Nick, you know your manager's giving me that look this morning. Like,
Oh, is it?
I can't believe we haven't even started yet. You know those ones. I wait like 4 years for him to come to the show, and he's got to leave already. But listen, we need to talk about your single this morning.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it because you're here obviously to promote that. Let's plug that quickly this morning.
Man.
Tell us about the single this morning.
Cool, man. So my new single is called Talk to Me. It's out on August the 28th. It's available for pre-order now. So please do that. It's featuring a singer-songwriter called BIBI BOURELLY, who's she's crazy talented. We've sampled a classic dance song, Gypsy Woman, She's Homeless by Crystal Waters.
Yep.
Which comes with its dangers, and it's you're gonna maybe ruffle some feathers, but it was just a lot of fun making it. And I'm very excited about it. I feel like it reflects me, like the fun side of my character, which is something that I'm trying to show more in my music.
No, excellent.
Man, I'm really excited about it.
Now, we've been supporting it right here on Saturday morning. Nick Brewer, man. Do you know what? It's a pleasure to have him in the building, you know.
No, it's a pleasure.
I like
to
his
be
vibe,
here,
you know what I mean? So,
likewise, man.
yeah, we're going to talk about the dubs off air, but Do you want to give out your social network?
Yeah,
morning,
man.
please?
So if you want to check me out, my Twitter is It's Nick Brewer, Facebook It's Nick Brewer, SoundCloud It's Nick Brewer, Instagram It's Nick Brewer. The new single Talk to Me is out now. The video's on YouTube. The video's out now, should I say? So yeah, go on to YouTube, Nick Brewer Talk to Me, and the single's out August the 28th.
And boom, and could you just introduce it in the Nick
Cool,
Brewer
man.
way?
So,
Saturday morning. Go on, do
My
it.
name's Nick Brewer. It's a Saturday morning, and this is my new single, Talk to Me, featuring BIBI BOURELLY.